if you can hear me. Big long Cadillacs, custom mades upon my back.
That's right, America's Got Talent.
I'm not happy, can't you see?
Good evening, 3030.
Good evening, how are you today?
I am fine, thank you, sir. How's yourself?
Yeah, a little worn out. You know, long, hot day, but I'm good. Well, as this old boy gets, I guess.
Roger.
Did you do the pool thing today?
Yeah, I did the pool thing. Man, it was crowded, too.
Oh, good. That means it's all worth it.
Yeah, but they're using it, that's for sure. I was standing in the van and I heard Crazy Bob up on 38 sideband.
Ah!
Yeah, sideband's gay. Just in case Sam is listening.
How he even gets on sideband? He had some old courier or something hooked up.
Yeah, he was marching with somebody and said, he said, let's go to 26830. I don't have a frequency counter anymore, so I had to guess at it. Couldn't find him.
26830, he's down below us.
Right. Or maybe it was 27830. That could be it. Anywho.
Well, then it would be on channel 83. It's Tuesday, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it sure is.
Yeah, 'cause I had a dentist appointment yesterday morning on Monday, so today's Tuesday.
It sure is, but couldn't tell by me because I don't hear the channel master on yet.
He might be checking as well.
Could be.
I could hear thunder this afternoon off in the distance somewhere, and I guess it was somewhere right around lunchtime. I thought, no, maybe it was just before lunch. I was doing some grading, and I thought it was going to rain.
Didn't hear a thing on my end.
But I felt some drops. It was maybe like 11, 12 o'clock.
What was that?
They say this is the hottest summer on record since they've been keeping records.
You know what? I believe that. I mean, it has been consistently 85 to 95 degrees. The central air is killing me.
Well, you should be making a lot of solar, right?
Yeah, but it's just too much usage, not enough solar for the usage. I mean, when you the window units, the central air, and the pool pump just can't produce more than I'm using.
You need more panels. thunderstorm in this area. Very little rain, but it flickered again, and then it went out.
3 times the charm.
What in the world is that? You guys didn't lose no electric?
No, had it consistently on.
Won't be long, summer will be over. A few more weeks.
Oh yeah, crazy man, went fast. Yeah, usually it starts getting cool at night, but man, it's been consistently 75, 80 degrees at night.
Well, that's good. You gotta make up for all the hot days.
This is true. Get those storms every once in a while and you don't have to do any lawn irrigation.
Didn't you guys get the rain last night? Yeah.
Yeah, we got a little rain. I was at Summers Point, Tom. Did you get rain here?
Very little. That's all we got here. Little wet the pavement up, driveway. Just about registered on the rain gauge. But boy, the lightning was terrible. Yeah, I was scared. Couldn't get on the radio. Couldn't watch TV. No internet. So I called it an early night. I was in bed early.
Ragchew.
Where's the brother at tonight?
No, it's hard to believe it's Tuesday night and he hasn't been on the radio yet. I'm thinking if we haven't heard from him by now, we're not going to hear from him at all.
I think you're right. Probably took the day off. Pretty sure he has electric. I didn't hear anybody out that way losing it.
Were you on the radio last night, Tom?
Yeah. I tried to get it going from like 7:30 to probably 9:30. I don't think I heard a soul.
Oh, Roger.
Nobody, Tommy? No. I'll tell you what I did hear. I was like falling asleep. And like just about out, little Dave came in there. And I said, I ain't waking up. Little Dave only going to be on there for a minute anyway. He's going to have to go without me tonight. So, but he's the only one I heard. And he was just keying up before he went to bed, I think.
Roger.
You mean Crazy Bob wasn't on the air? No, he was not. Good evening, Mumbles. I didn't even recognize Mumbles. I didn't even recognize that was him.
Yeah, me neither. How about it, Mumbles?
Mumbles, was that you? Yeah, I'm not sure that's Mumbles. You're probably right. Who's out there breaking? Sounded more like Mountain Man. I don't think he's got a radio. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny, I was telling Tom that I was scanning the band. I was on 38 lower sideband and the upper band, and Crazy Bob was talking.
Crazy Bob?
Yeah. Then he went to another channel and I couldn't follow him because I couldn't tell what frequency I was on. And he said, he told somebody to go to 830 and I couldn't find him. Well, you would think you'd just be able to go online and get a frequency counter for these RCI 2980.
How come you don't have a frequency counter?
It's got one, but it's on the fritz. I could take the lid off the 2980 and flick it a couple times, and it will come back on, but it won't last forever. It won't last for a long time.
And you can't find one?
No, I cannot.
What about one that plugs in the back, like an external?
They run some bucks from the last time I was looking for one, but I didn't continue to search. Does it have a jack in the back for an external frequency counter?
Oh yeah, you can just find an external and plug it right in.
Yeah, I'll have to do some more research on it.
What do they run? I'm curious.
I thought it was, the last time I was looking was months ago. It was like a couple $100, I think.
Really? Hey, Pegasus?
Oh, I heard somebody say Pegasus. Who's that? Is that Mumbles?
Yeah, if you want to borrow one that goes in line, I got a new one here in a box. You're more than welcome to.
Oh, Roger.
Yeah, he's right. That's the other way you can do it. They go right in the coax. Yeah, I got one from R&R just before they closed. And then I wound up not using it.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Don't keep it in mind. Borrow it so you can find your way around.
Here, you're Roger. And it goes in line with your coax?
Yes. I've had one of them, but it don't work no more. Coax run right through it. Mine, you only seen the frequency as you keyed up. I don't remember how this works, but even if that's the case, he can find his way around. Like just have the receive and just keep flipping it, and it follows you. You gotta keep the mic keyed. X-ray. Yeah, I had an old Pride. Looked like a portable radio. It was that big. I got plans for tomorrow, but we can hook up Thursday, Pegasus.
Yeah, I even took the the part number off of the board, the frequency counter board, and man, you look around, all you get is pictures. You don't get, well, you can buy this item on eBay for blah, blah, blah.
Pegasus, you gotta buy the whole board, or do you buy individual numbers?
I think you gotta buy a whole board. Mounts inside the radio behind the frequency digits.
Howdy.
Crazy Bob, is that you?
Yeah, I'm on my new antenna.
Ragchew, good evening time. Long time no talk to.
Okay, Pegasus, you're coming in good. You're giving me a 20.
Good evening, Bob. I got a lot of bleed over, but I hear you in there.
Yeah, I'm on a Yates to hammer you. 10, you sound good. You're giving me about a 30.
You say 5?
No, 30. 30.
Oh my God, you got a loose meter.
No, it's a Yates, so you know it's got to be right. It's a digital meter. It says my SWR is 1.5 to 1, and my output power, I'm not sure what that means. Well, I don't have output power listed on here. I'm going to push another button for that, but it should be about 100 watts I'm doing.
That's working. I'm just getting, I don't know where the bleed over's coming from, boys. Ripping everything up.
And scam bookers up there on the bowl.
Yeah, I think it's the bowl.
I'm going to go, either my wife's in the kitchen or I have some rice and beans cooking out there simmering on, make sure it ain't over simmering.
Rough conditions tonight.
Sure is.
Oh, you guys hear it too?
Oh man, yeah, it's tearing me up.
Me too.
So much skip on the upper band, I'm surprised it's not breaking into our conversation.
I did have some of that last night when I would try to get it going out here. Some DX stations were coming in there saying, who's all out there, blah, 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 blah. I was just ignoring them because they were just chasing those waterfall things.
Yeah. That guy says he's going to sit back.
No brother Rat tonight? I ain't heard him. I don't know if there's a better radio made for like rejection and noise and stuff than this one I'm on right here. And them guys come in here like they're like doing sideband or something. Yeah, they clip them and make them so dirty they go all over everywhere. You're right, they broadband them. Which which I don't understand, because wouldn't it make sense to keep it narrow so your signal goes further?
That's my thought, but I'm new at this.
Yeah.
Good evening time, everybody.
Hey, Frank.
What do you say, Ted, Tom, Mumbles, Pegasus? I don't know who else is out there. You are the ones I've heard so far.
That's about it. Good evening time to you, 588 Frank.
Right back at you.
Frank.
Evening there, Tom. How's everybody?
I'm doing okay, but Mumbles is doing better than me.
Hey, copy on Mumbles doing better than you.
He's having a wet dream, Frank. Barbara there. Frank.
No, I haven't.
He's here.
Crazy Bob is?
He was. Crazy Bob, what happened? He was here 2 minutes ago, Frank.
Stove or something. That's what he says every time, and then he leaves and he never comes back. He says the same thing.
Yo, Bobby! Where's that daggone skid steer at?
8:30. You feel better?
Do I feel better?
Yeah, last time you signed off, you said you was going to bed early because you had to go to the doctor's the next morning. You didn't feel good.
That wasn't why I was going to the doctor. I had to go to the dentist. It was the dentist. Thank you, though. I appreciate you asking. How's your family doing, Mumbles? How's the wife doing?
I get to take her tomorrow for pre-admission for a knee replacement.
Knee? Like K-N-E-E, knee?
Yes. Gotta go get a clearance so she can get it done.
Is she looking forward to that?
Not at all.
Okay, well, sometimes when something hurts bad enough or whatever, that's when you know you're hurting, when you're looking forward to an operation. That's when you know you're hurting.
Oh, she's hurting, been hurting, can't take it no more. But she's afraid of the needles.
Listen, I'm afraid of the doctor, period. There ain't nothing about it I ain't afraid of. I'm afraid of it when all I gotta do is go get my blood pressure checked and stuff.
I thought I was bad. I'm scared of needles too, but I don't mind when I got to go for blood pressure test and stuff. That doesn't bother me, but needles, I never have liked that. As long as I can remember. I break out in a sweat, look like somebody dumped a bucket of water on me, Tom. And you know, years ago, my doctor was the same way. He can give them, he said, but he could not stand to take a needle.
Now, tomorrow I gotta go do blood work, and I don't mind that. There's something about going to the doctor, they call it white coat syndrome. Like the whole night before, like I'll have anxiety and everything. I can't stand it.
Wow.
Break.
Hey, break.
It's Crazy Bob here. I was just going to say, when I was a kid, I had such panic attacks about needles and going to the dentist. When I was 5 years old, the dentist had to put blocks of wood in my mouth so I'd stop biting them. And needles, I crawl into a hole somewhere screaming and having a panic attack and acting hysterical. I go hysterical just over the simplest needle. Now I'm 74. They can poke me till the cows come home. They should be, I'm give you a little, they used to say a little prick, but now they say a little pinch because prick don't sound good. I don't know why. Never mind, I'm not going to go there. Anyway, the little pinch, it is a little pinch, but I used to not look, I used to look the other direction. Now I even look at it. I don't think nothing of it. I'm like a damn pin cushion. I don't care.
Where's there, Bobby?
Hey, when I have to prick my finger or finger my prick, I prick my finger for my sugar. I do that to do it 5 times a day. Squeeze blood out of the fingers. Hey, 588, hatchet, I'm on my new antenna there. It's just a stick up on my tower.
Hey, copy on that. Sounds good here.
If this Tom came up with this idea, now instead of trying to mess with that screwed up beam, I'm going to sell it or talk to somebody that might want it. I don't think I'm ever going to use it. I'm just going to, because I'm in the middle of you guys, and I can talk to Pegasus and RJ and everyone all at once. You know, all at once. I love this.
Yeah, I barely ever go on my beam anymore. I stay on the stick.
Yeah, I never go on my beam anymore either.
Roger that. Is that what you had in Ocean City?
No, I never go on my beam because I don't got one.
You're not really missing much. It's fun to have one, but if you only had one thing to talk on, if you were like Tom or Ken, you'd mainly point it in one direction and leave it there. But where I'm at, I was spinning around like a top around here. So you know, this is fine like this. And this thing's up on a 50-foot tower, and it's an 18-foot long antenna.
When did you put that up, Bob?
So 3-element beam in the backyard, and I don't know. I just haven't. I put it together one time and couldn't get it high enough to do anything.
I put it up the other day there, 588. It went so fast I didn't even get a chance to call you about it, but it went fast. You're always a helpful young man.
Hey, copy on that. Hey, Tim, did you lose electric last night?
Yes, I did. About 3 hours.
Yep, that's what it was here, like 3-4 hours. Magnolia and Elmer, they even lost stoplights, which the stoplights barely ever go out, even when they lose electric. But they had trucks down there, and I guess they jumped the hot wires or somewhere and got the lights working probably about an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours before all of the house lights came back on. I didn't lose nothing. I went out there, fired up the generator, and kept the air conditioning going.
Hey, Roger, yeah, I don't have a generator, but I just called it an early night and went to bed.
Shoot. Well, yeah, that's right. You're one level. But shoot, upstairs, no, there's no way in the world you'd have been going to sleep upstairs. Not hot as it was up there.
Damn storm was crazy last night. When you was a kid growing up, you didn't have no air conditioning.
That's true there, but I was young and dumb back then, though. Now I did get a little bit smarter. I don't know how much, though.
Remember them nights going to bed and it's hot in that room? And your mother say, open the window.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. That was upstairs, too. I definitely remember that.
Turn your pillow over every 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, you're right about that. Steady sweating. And didn't even have a fan.
This audio, is it okay with the stock mic?
Yeah, you can tell it's stock, but yeah, you hear you no problem.
Frank lived in a house, he didn't have any windows.
What's that, Tom?
That house you lived in didn't even have any windows.
I had a window right on side my bed. Very nice big window. That's why it didn't bother me too bad.
I had a window on the side of my bed and the scream, that damn cat kept, I'm trying to just get to sleep, all of a sudden here's a damn cat climbing up my screen wanting to come in through the window.
Oh, man.
Yeah, how you put the cat out at night back in them days.
I guess it must be too hot out in the rat shack tonight for him.
Maybe he ain't got no electric.
Very possible.
If somebody asks him, no, I can bring in a generator to use.
Wait a minute. All he talks about is that generator he got. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I got a new generator. I haven't opened the box yet, but it runs on both gas and a propane tank. The reason I got it is because we can store propane forever. Gas goes bad.
Did you hook it up yet?
No, I'll let you know how it works, though. It's only 3,000 watts, but it was cheap and it's dual fuel. Well, I'm enjoying this new antenna here. I'm really enjoying it. I got it on eBay. It's called a Taurus. Taurus. I don't know. Anyway, it's 4 sections.
Ask him what color it is.
It's 18 feet long, and the U-boats both go into a flat plate like an IMAX, not like an Antron. Antron is stupid the way you put it on. It's like you gotta play with rings. I mean, Antron works great, but this thing here is easier to put together than an Antron. Easier to install and no tuning rings. The way you tune it is that the 4th section is stainless steel, and you can raise it or lower it, or you may even have to flip it, but it's not bad. I got like a 2-to-1 match, but it's the AC I'm on, I push a button and it brings my match down to flat.
What color is it?
It's white with a stainless steel tip in there, so I'm doing it's kind of a metal color.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased. I can hear Tom and Son at the same time. Oh, this is great. I mean, it was loud.
How many watts is that Yaesu putting out, Bob?
I got to check. I think I'm putting out 25 watts right now.
That's all you're putting out?
Let me see. I got it at 30 watts. 34 watts.
John, let me see what you give me.
What's that? Here, 1, 2, 3.
Frank, let me see what you give me.
Right there, right back, right there, come on.
So Bob, you're giving me exactly the same thing Frank does. Frank's got some pretty heavy modulation. He can move it a little bit with his modulation. You guys are both giving me a 5, and John's giving me a 6. So you're doing good, Bob.
Okay, that was a good comparison. I'm going to get my adapter out, and I got a whole bunch of different mics I'm going to try on here, but I thought Rat was going to be out here when I do it.
Go ahead, Bob. We'll talk, and when you get another mic hooked up, you let us know.
All right, it might be a few minutes because I got something cooking out in the kitchen.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe somebody knocking the door and the phone is ringing and got to put the cat out and close my screen.
Yeah, we got somebody knocking at the front door.
The dog has diarrhea.
Oh, my.
What, are you trying to compete with Rat?
I think I left the coffee pot turned on and the stove might be burning down the kitchen. Let me go check. Put the lecture on the phone, I'll be back.
I'll be right back. I think I need a cup of coffee about 45 minutes ago, and I forgot it. Hold on.
Into the coffee pot.
What in the world is all that mumble and jumble?
I love bleed over.
I think the bowl's really active tonight.
Got that right.
Frank, any car shows this past weekend?
Yeah, I did see a couple of them, but I didn't go to none. It was too hot for me.
Hey, Roger, any coming up?
I know, Buffalo Wild Wings, that little gathering is coming up again. I think I think I got some flyers for somebody. I forget who it was. I know they had one out to the fairgrounds. That was too hot of a day. That was 90-some degree weather. That was too hot for me to go there. Well, I don't go to these hot ones when it's too doggone hot. Can't enjoy yourself, you know, and I can't put no tent in that car to take with me to put up. So I don't even bother going to them.
Well, the Wild Wings ain't bad because it's late in the day and it's starting to cool off.
Yeah, plus there's trees to sit down under, you know, so it's not too bad.
Give me a heads up when it's at night. I don't know the schedule.
Copy on that. I definitely, sure enough, will let you know.
Well, after those trees out in the middle of that big parking lot.
Yeah, that's where we're at. You know, there's a good amount of trees to sit down under out there at Buffalo Wild Wings, you know.
They got them on the islands that separate the lots and the drive and all. Okay. Any size to them? Enough to give you shade. Maybe Catnap can donate some prizes from the pet store. Catnap! Beetlejuice!
I'm surprised he's not in there tonight so far yet.
He was.
Oh man, that noise is a pain in the ass.
I just went up to the bulge. They're making a lot of noise up there.
That's where they're at, making all that noise on the bowl.
Yeah. You know how they did get. They're running all that juice and splattering the whole of the channel.
Yeah, I can imagine. I know I probably used to do it too.
Seeing on the weather, we got chance for showers the next 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, I seen that. It's supposed to be possibly even a little bit come through this evening too, they were saying.
I know I had enough lightning last night to last me a lifetime.
Oh man, did it do some lightning. Some big hard rumbles. But have you noticed how the lightning seems like it's so different now than what it used to be?
No, I didn't. In which way?
So bright, more such like white lightning, you know, and it's really a bright flash.
White lightning, tear up the quarter mile.
Yeah, I was sitting out on the front porch to chase my behind in the house when it started getting too bad.
Start getting close.
Yeah, it was getting close. Sounded like one of them let loose in my backyard last night.
tell you one thing, you know what it's a good night for, Frank?
What's that?
Ice cream.
We ate all of them. I finished hers up last night. She let me have the rest of hers. She gets the vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, and I like the all vanilla. I finished mine up a couple nights ago. She told me, go ahead and get the rest of hers, so I ate the rest of hers last night.
Hey, Roger.
Dude, I even went back on my apple cider vinegar, try to lose this gut. I done picked up so much doggone weight, I gotta try to shake it off again.
Yeah, you eat like a king.
Yeah, but it's telling on me again though. I did, come down, but now it went back up to 205, 208.
Hey, keep eating that tub of ice cream.
Boy, sometimes I wish she does buy a tub. She buys like that little, I don't know what it is called, a half a gallon or a gallon. I'll finish that in a few days. But hot weather, I love sitting back eating ice cream.
I can hear this guy on Channel 6 better than I can hear the locals.
I can hear you.
I was hoping he'd wear out pretty soon. One of these days I'll grow up and get a big radio. I don't know if you grow up to the wattage they're running. You don't even want that, man. Like, you want to look like the chicken in the microwave. Pegasus, do you ever watch any of those clips like on I think they're called YouTube Shorts, where the different radio, the CD shops post like a radio they've just done or anything? You ever seen any of that?
Negative.
They got some kind of I'm trying to think what they call it. There's a thing that put in the hi-fi sound. I'll tell you what, they sound pretty darn good. You can use like the regular mic on your radio.
Oh, really? An equalizer type of thing?
I'm trying to think what they call it. Like the explanations in the name. but it's, they put that right inside the radio, like there's no, wires going to nothing, no mic going through something, no coax going through nothing, it's right inside the radio.
Hey, Tom,
Yeah.
does that have to be done by a technician?
Because, I don't even know, like they'll say, they'll get on there and they'll say, hey John, in Vineland, New Jersey, we just got done your 2980, and we put the new hi-fi kit in it, and here's what it sounds like, and they'll show you what it's doing on the meter. They'll put a slug in there and show you what it's doing on the meter, and then they'll tell you what it sounds. They got the thing that they can know what it sounds like, and you can add treble to it, you can add bass to it, you can add mids to it, and all. He shows you. He said, I like it like this, but you could do this, you could do that.
Right. But I guess it's got to be installed by a tech, now that's what I'm saying. I mean, you couldn't buy it and put it in yourself, right?
I don't know. I really don't. I know that some of these radios now, if you open them up, there's almost nothing in there. So I don't know, how they're doing it. Maybe some radios you can't do it with. I don't know. But they also have some really cool. Mostly seems like the Spanish are going for it. The speaking Spanish kind of thing. But they got the box that goes on the top with all the lights and everything playing all the Spanish music and all. It's pretty incredible machine. Like 20 sounds you can do.
Hey, Roger, I never saw that. I'll have to check that out.
Actually, that guy was lower than the other guy. Whatever that other guy just comes in there and all you hear is... Guy right there.
7 to 9.
Yeah, get the guys up in Vineland coming in like 5, and this guy comes in like 9 from another channel.
Pretty bad.
Anyway, they can run the regular mic from the radio, so you can key it that way, but they recommend some other mic. I forget what I gotta pay better attention, I guess, what they're calling it. I'll have to write it down, because I don't remember stuff too good. But really nice looking mic. It's kind of shaped like the Red Devil kind of mic, but it looks like it's better built. Well done, he said. I recommend it done, except for maybe adding such and such mic. He said, so we threw that in, and boy, I'll tell you, when he tells you it shows you how they sound, they really sound great. There was a guy on here the other night, late at night, coming in. He said he was telling his buddy I guess they came over here to get away or something. And he said, I'm running 1,600 watts. How do I sound with the 1,600? And the guy said, well, I wouldn't know. Difference if how much you're running, you're too close, blah, blah, blah. And he says, yeah, I got the kit in here. Here's what the kit sounds like. And man, this guy sounded just like Johnny. Remember the guy that used to come in there, the fish guy? What the heck? The Bassmaster?
Yeah, man, he was smooth.
This guy sounded just smooth like that. And they're on a regular, CB microphone. No boom mic, no nothing.
Just a handheld?
Yep.
nobody yet.
There's a couple out there. They're few and far between. He was one. There's some guy out of, what the heck does he call himself? Motormouth Mall or something?
Oh, yeah. He sounds good. I ain't heard him in a long time.
Yeah, he sounds good, but he's very, I don't like to even say it, because I don't like to give him the credit. But that guy, he's out there in Texas or something, he's just so arrogant. But he talks to his buddy, he's up in like the New England states somewhere. That guy sounds good.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Pegasus knows too, I just can't think, RJ talks to him sometimes. It's like 2 letters, like JB12 or something like that.
I'm not sure, Tommy. Yeah, I got into it one day. Somebody was talking here, and he just covered everybody up. And I told him, you know, he just come in there like we weren't even there.
Yeah, that's the guy, John, because I remember that day. That's the guy, and like I said, I hate to give him credit, but he can sound good.
He must run a lot of power, because he can talk whenever he wants.
He talks to his buddy up there in the New England states, John, and there's not even any skip in there. I'm not kidding you, because he's done it before, and I'm like, there's no skip even in there, and I'll flip the channels, like, and how's this guy do this?
A lot of juice. I never hear the other guy answer him, though. Maybe the way my beam is, I just hear him.
No, I have never heard the other guy either, John. I think that guy we're talking about, RJ would know right away. Jump back, or something he calls himself. Jump back, Jack 12, or I don't know. But anyway, I think that guy's a trucker. That's what he does for a living.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's on a farm in Texas, and I think he drives a truck.
I remember he said he lived in the middle of nowhere, though.
Get Back Jack, or that's not ringing a bell with you, Pegasus, like Jump Back Jack or something like that?
No.
I listened to him one day, tell the story, he claims he built all that gear, John.
Oh, he's a tech.
I don't know, you know, like what you can call him or he calls himself as far as the title goes or anything like that, but he said he put like that power and the audio and all that stuff, he built all that himself, he claims.
Roger.
And whether he did or he didn't, when he explains to people what he's got, he pretty much, you know, pretty impressive on his knowledge of what he's running. You ever heard that guy, Frank? Frank's gone, Bob's gone. I bet you that gear them guys run as big as a refrigerator.
Just think of their electric bill.
They don't have to pay it. They're in that, what do you call it, housing, and when they key the mic, everybody's rates goes down. John, the Phillies aren't doing too good.
What's that, Tom?
Bob said the other day the Phillies aren't doing too good.
I don't remember, but I haven't been following them.
Oh, that's not like you. I saw a thing where the Eagles are picked to be like the third best team. I guess they're going to be pretty good.
Who's the best team?
I'm trying to think of the teams that were ahead of them. The teams that are pretty good, I'm just trying to do this off the top of my head. I know New England's picked to do pretty good. The Eagles are picked to do pretty good. I'll try to think who else.
Chargers?
I don't know. I was surprised to see that Kansas City wasn't picked to do really well. Maybe. So they got the Rams ranked number 1, and they got the Seahawks, the Denver Broncos, and the Buffalo Bills right up there. So it's Rams, Seahawks, Bills, Broncos, Patriots, Lions, Ravens, the Cowboys, and then the Eagles. So the Eagles are number 9.
I thought you said they were up in the top 3.
I thought they were in the top like 4 or 5, yeah. They're in the top 9, which is actually pretty darn good. So that's called the Eagles are in what they call the upper tier. The middle tier is the Bears, the Chiefs, the Niners, the Chargers. The Packers, the Jaguars, the Bengals, the Commanders, the Vikings, Steelers, Colts, and Buccaneers. And the bottom tier, like all the way at the bottom, Panthers, Saints, Giants, Falcons, Raiders, Titans, Browns, Jets, Dolphins, and Cardinals.
Okay. I didn't hear you mention, I just missed it, I guess, Green Bay.
Yeah, hold on, I did, but I gotta remember where they were. Was Green Bay in the middle tier? Hold on. Yeah. So Green Bay is, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Green Bay is the 6th tier. Green Bay's ranked number 15 in the middle tier.
You won't know till they start playing, because then you got to consider injuries, all that.
Oh, yeah. The Cowboys are ranked 8th and the Eagles are ranked 9. I just can't take it if the Cowboys are good. I can't take it. Here's a question. Who has the rudest fan base in the NFL? I knew it was going to be before I even clicked on it. National survey polls consistently rank the Philadelphia Eagles as the fan base as the rudest and the most obnoxious in the entire NFL.
Who, the Eagles?
Yeah.
That's pretty... Philadelphia fans are brutal,
fans for the Philadelphia Eagles start fights. They're generally hostile. Dallas Cowboys often tied or placed right behind Philadelphia in player and media polls for being overly entitled and loud. The least hated teams in the NFL are the Saints and the Cardinals. Yeah, no kidding. Who cares? You know what I mean? That's why nobody even thinks about them. Jalen Hurts is the most hated quarterback in the NFL.
I didn't know that. Wonder why. Is it because he's so good or he's arrogant?
It gives an explanation, but it makes no sense. Patrick Mahomes, frequently labeled the most polarizing player, or a villain, simply due to sustained dominance and winning fatigue and consistent national media, in the consistent national media. So it says that the fans hate Jalen Hurts because they have fatigue over the push.
Okay.
Walter Payton and Peyton Manning are the most liked players of all time. The Dallas Cowboys remain the most hated NFL team nationally. Green Bay Packers are the most loved team. You know, my son in Hawaii, and then my other son, if you remember, was stationed there. They both said that, like, the Eagles are huge, popular in Hawaii. That's like the Hawaiians like the Eagles.
That's odd, isn't it?
They also said, like, overseas, like in Ireland and all, the Eagles are very popular.
That's because they got green uniform.
Yes, it is.
Starting to play real soon, I guess, the preseason games.
Yeah. Should be, I don't know, I have to look it up. Maybe this week or next week. Hey, Pegasus.
Yes.
I know you're, like, into energy things and all. I was reading this article about the turbine, the windmills. I don't know if you saw this or not. Did you ever see, like, the effect that the bugs have on them?
No.
So when the windmills are stopped and they're not moving because there's no wind, the bugs all land on the windmills. And bugs, like you see it on your back porch or whatever, when the bugs leave, they leave like a secretion. Like, that's why your back porch gets all dirty and everything. Well, they leave it on the windmill blades. And then another cup of coffee, please. And then when the windmill starts to spin, and it gets, they call it something when it gets its ultimate, like, speed, it takes a while and everything, and everything has to be perfect. The windmills are losing more than 25% of their capacity because this crap that's all over them, like, is like not cutting the wind correctly because those turbines are pitched like perfect, and it affects like the pitch of the turbine.
Okay, that makes sense.
What do you got to do? Go up there and wash them off?
Well, each half of the blade is 40 foot long, and they're like, a mile up there in the air, so I don't know how you do that.
Yeah, I don't think his bucket truck's gonna make it there, John.
No. I guess they would have to do that with a helicopter. Also saw where they don't have like a long-term longevity. Have you ever seen like them landfilling all those blades?
No.
Well, they only last so long, and then they have to landfill them. So what they do is they take like a bigger blade and a smaller blade, and they dig a trench and they put them in. Anyway, it's taking up all the landfill space, like huge amounts of space. And so some company figured out that if they ground them up, like pulverize them, the blades, they're putting them in the cement, like the concrete, inside the concrete truck when it's coming to your house.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're fiberglass, aren't they, Tommy?
I believe they are, John. I believe so. I know that the trucks that haul them, I think I said those blades are 40 foot. They might be 400 foot. Because the trucks that haul them, like, are crazy long. They have special routes that they can run because they can't turn and all.
That could be. You're talking about these windmills. They're not private windmills. They're government windmills or big companies that put them in the ocean or the deserts or whatever.
Yes, and I believe the ones that they're talking about are the ones out in the desert. I don't know why, I'm sure you guys have read about this. They got these, like, booms, like cables with, like floats on them. And the ocean goes up and down, and these booms and float go up and down. They can make all this energy using the waves. Have you guys ever seen anything about that?
I have.
Nope.
Well, like they wouldn't even be able to begin to harness the ocean's power. And they have figured out a way to just the ocean going up and down, they can make power, and it's pretty like simple stuff. It's like these like floats that are hooked to like big steel cables, and as they go up and down somehow, I can't exactly remember how it worked. It was pretty simple. I just can't recall. And I just wonder why they don't do more of that. It's probably because it works too good.
I saw on the news the other day where that one electric facility in New Jersey, P something, had 3 initials, wanted a 9% increase for their infrastructure, and that Cheryl had already put a stop to it. She froze their increases, but they're trying to get it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll give it to him, because it'll come out that, they pay for her election or some kind of stuff. I was listening to it today. They said that they had proven that there was like at least, right locally here, there was 7,000 illegals voted. Admittedly, they admitted they were not citizens, and they let them vote, and they were starting to look into it, and all of a sudden they shut it right down. And nobody can find out anything, and all the clerks from the different counties want to know like what's going on, because apparently there's some other election right now that's in play, and like it could affect an election. but the state will not comment on this because they think it potentially it affected her election.
Could be. Yeah, if they said there's close to 7,000, that means there's more than 7,000.
Break.
Go.
Yeah, bye.
Alright, I'm done eating my dinner. I put a Turner Plus 3 on here. Does that sound better than the stock mic? Come on.
Sounds decent, Bob.
I can't remember how the stock mic sound, Bob, but I will tell you that in my opinion that doesn't sound like a plus 3.
Let me turn it up a little bit. It's all the way down. That's all the way off. That's about 9 o'clock. That's about 12 o'clock. I don't think I should go any further.
8 o'clock.
All right, there's 8 o'clock, and I'm about 3 inches away from the mic.
I'm going to try 8:30.
All right, there's 9 o'clock because there's a mark on there. This used to belong to a guy in Woodbine that's called a Honey Bucket.
You're kind of close there. You start to get some audio, but at the same time you start to distort a little bit. I wasn't being funny when I said 8:30. You gotta I think you need to just tap it back just a smidgen.
Hey, Bob, why don't you just back away from the mic? 3 inches is kind of close with a power mic.
I forgot. Okay. There's 9 o'clock, and it's on the table, and I'm arm's length away.
Now you can turn it up a little.
Doing that, you go to 10 o'clock.
All right, that's about 10:30. Wait a second. There's 10 o'clock, and I'm an arm's length away.
Oh no, just for fun, try 11 o'clock.
Okay. There's EQs in the radio. I gotta find them. I can make it more. It sounds kind of bassy to me. I hear a TV out in the living room now.
Yeah, you can hear the TV in the living room. Yeah, do some talking right there though. Back that out just a little bit to try to lose the TV a little bit.
The TV. They have a line on it right there. It must have been but they used to run this on a SP console too.
Well, you're not giving us enough to go on, and I think you're talking a little bit too low, but I don't know, man. That has a lot of potential to sound good.
Yeah. You're laughing. Okay. Dorleen, are you laughing? Shut up out there. That's not her, that's a TV. We're watching the Phillies. What the hell?
If you could figure out a way to use that EQ with that, I think you could make that sound good.
Yeah, I'm going to try some different mics when I get a chance, but I got to wire them up. I'm on a 4-pin plus 3 with an adapter. I mean, a little bit, it sounds a little bit, no. About 9:30. That's about 9:30 there.
What do you think, John?
Ain't bad. I thought he was too close before, and if we turned it up, he could move away a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sitting in the chair, and the desk is on the table. It's probably about 2.5 feet away from me, maybe. Yeah, about 2.5 feet, almost 3 foot.
It ain't bad. It's clean right there. Don't have a lot of punch, but it's clean.
Yeah, I was talking to number 1. He said, what happened to that EQ I used to have? I said, I think it's in a box out in the garage somewhere, so I probably could use that. But there is some EQ, and I could do inside of this radio, or maybe put a D104 on here when I get one wired up. This plus 3 sounds, on my headphones, it sounds very bassy.
What do you think, Pegasus?
He sounds pretty good, 9:30 to 10.
You know what, I'm going to go over to my sonar with this same mic, and I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to try my fan and I'll put a new feed in.
You sound louder than you did, maybe half an hour ago when you were on.
Okay, well that's a good thing. Well, tower mic is louder than than the stock mic, which I had like 1 inch from my mouth.
That's 1 inch from my mouth. Is that loud?
Yeah, and quite distorted.
Ah, 10-4. How about it, brother Rat? How you like my audio?
No, he's not out there, I guess. All right, okay. I'm going to try the other radio. I'll be back. Thank you for your patience, you guys.
Anytime, Bob.
Okay, and thank you for your attention to this matter.
Bob, I think you got some dialing in there, but you got a lot more audio than when you first came on, and that's a good thing. It's putting you in the upper echelon there.
All right, there. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. Tom, you're so loud. I could turn my beam to get away from you. Now I can't.
Oh, my. Remember, I forgot to remember. What's your opinion over here?
It's just like I'm in Marmora. That's how big the sound. All right, let me try the other radio.
Sounds good to me, Bob.
Thank you. I'm going to be hooking up all my radios, so stand by.
Almost is sounding good tonight. We got good conditions for him.
Yeah, you sound good, Mumble.
Mother Nature feels like being nice today. Boys, I gotta step away. I don't know if you'll be here when I get back, but if not, everybody have a good night.
All right, then. Hope to see you again.
All right, Johnny. Always good to talk to you.
Go get that ice cream, Ken. Catch you later. No problem. You ever come back, Beetlejuice?
Was he ever in there to begin with?
I don't think so.
Beetlejuice!
Heard him.
Hello? Nice second, Pegasus.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe not.
There he is.
Houston, do we have a problem? See, I thought I heard catnap like right around 7:30. And then I guess it wasn't him because like I didn't hear him again, but I think I hear him right now. Is that you in there, Eddie?
It sure is there, Tommy. I said the weather sucked yesterday, and then I kind of got pulled away to go to 7-Eleven for some smokes. But, yeah, I heard Beetlejuice right as I was coming back in the door.
Hello, Beetlejuice.
What's up, Pegasus? What's up there, Mumbles?
Just swinging my feet.
How you doing?
How we're doing, man? Hope you're doing well.
Absolutely. We're speaking, we're good. Do you work at PetSmart, or do you work at the other one across the street?
Yeah, PetSmart.
I think I've talked to him in weeks.
Yeah, I'm at PetSmart there, Mumbles.
Okay. I was curious, because I know there's 2 pet places over there.
Yeah, the one by the mall is Petco.
Tonight I said to my wife after dinner, I said, I gotta run down the Tractor Supply. And I could see her think about it for a minute. She said, oh, good, I don't have to go. I forgot it's right down the street now. She don't like that place, so it is nice. I ran down there. I needed a battery for my tractor. Now you can just drive a mile down the road, get a battery. It's not an all-afternoon project.
That's pretty cool. They put one by you?
Yeah, they built one like maybe 2 miles from me.
That's nice.
That is cool.
Because we don't have anything, Eddie. We have nothing, man. Like if we need a Lowe's or a Home Depot, you know, we got a half-hour ride in any direction. We got nothing.
That's crazy. That's gas and wear and
personally like is the Harbor Freight, and it's the same thing with that. My dream would be that they would build a Harbor Freight right next to this Tractor Supply they just put in down here, but our area has never known anything like this. It's a big deal. And I'll tell you, I'm hoping people use it, and I went down there tonight, and the place is hopping, man, so I'm really hoping it does well.
Sounds gay.
Oh, no.
I'm on my sonar. I'm glad you have a Tractor Supply. You can go look at the baby chicks and all that. I like that. Get your propane tanks filled there, too, I think. Tom, I'm on the sonar with the same mic I was just on let me get on frequency a little better. Wait. Yeah, I was on I'm on the sonar now with the Phantom on low power.
Well, how many watts do you think you're running?
That's about 100. Wait. That's about 500.
Alright, well when you go to 500, you match Frank's signal, like he keys up at 5 and swings to like a 6. And that's what you're doing. You're still a little bit under John's signal, but you know, you're right there. But you've got a little more audio with this one than you did with the other one, but it's better audio. You got better audio now than you did with the Yaesu. But I think the Yaesu had potential, but I just don't know, you know, what you'd have to do to unlock that EQ or what have you. But I think the Yaesu has potential, and if this, just to give you an idea, if this audio is a 10, I think the Yaesu might have been like an 8.
Okay. Let me turn on my headphones. Okay, yeah, I'm on the same exact Turner Plus 3. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm tuned up pretty good. The Phantom's got 10 tubes in it. That's a high power. That's a low power, which probably decent enough for me to talk on without, you know, pushing my pedal to the metal.
Well, I think you sound good on low or high. When you're on high, it's the Bob I've known all these years. That's the way you traditionally sound. You have that unique sound, but yeah, not bad. And you know, I don't like those ham radios too much on 11 meters. I just don't like the way they sound. And yours doesn't sound that bad. Jeepster has one that sounds pretty good. But I really think yours has potential. You just got to figure it out.
Sounding snappy there, Bob.
Hey, 10-4 here. Catnap, are you looking for a beam?
Well, I'm not looking, but if the price is right, I could be looking.
Well, if you can come get this thing, this 4-element Joe gun, you can have it.
Shit.
You'd probably have to take it apart, maybe, but I'm never going to put it up. I don't get Tom, do I still have the original Gamma match? I know 10 took his back because he'll need him for another purpose.
You're going to have to ask John what they did with it. You know, I was up there in the truck and I dropped it down to him. So either little Dave or John would know what happened to it. I think it was like disintegrated. But the rest of that beam is in really good shape. He just needs to get a Gamma. And he could probably make a deal with 10. 10's got a Gamma.
Okay, well, I got the right price for Catnap, so he's first in line to get it. And plus he works on some of my equipment sometimes, so, you know, he'll give me a break on some of my equipment deals. You know, that's how we roll out here. You know, I have no use for it, and he's back there in a place where he might be able to. I know he likes to tinker around. He's a young man, so you know, the price. I think the price is right there. I don't have any way of hauling it over there. I do have a pickup truck, but I have to. It does come apart. He could put it in a small box or take it apart.
I sure do appreciate you, Bob. I really thank you.
That's not going to fit in a small box, but I think all those elements will come off. And so, you know, each one of those elements is a half. It doesn't go all the way through like mine do. So I really think that probably would fit in the back of your pickup truck if you took it all apart.
Well, I could strap it to the top of my Yukon, because that's got like a luggage rack on it.
What is that boom, 16 foot?
Now it's 12 foot.
Well, your pickup truck bed is 8, so you'd be sticking 4 foot out with the boom, and the elements would all fit in the back of the truck.
When 360 took my Moonraker 6 away from here, he put it on top of a Cavalier station wagon.
Yeah, one time a guy brought me a PDL on the top of an AMC Gremlin. Tried to get his handle. I forget what he brought, so anyway. Anyway, okay, Catnap, I'll write your name on it.
I appreciate it, Bob. Yeah, I'll definitely take you up on that. I'll let you know, man.
Alright, somehow I get it over to you, but you're gonna have to like order a gamma match off either Joe Gunn or use a Moonraker type that takes a SO239. But, you know, there's ways you can, I guess you can hook it up direct. I'm not sure how. I think you have to insulate the boom, or all the radios in the boom to go direct. I'm not sure.
I don't know what's going on with that beam, but given time to figure it out, there's only so much to a beam. I mean, yeah, I would take that thing all apart and put it back together again. I don't know why we couldn't get a good match with that, because like I said, it's just a bunch of aluminum and it's all in good shape. I just don't understand why we couldn't get a match on it, but you definitely, if you took it apart and put it back together with a little TLC and, you know, a tape measure in your hand, you'd get that thing working. That's a good beam.
The key is making sure the elements are exactly the length they need to be for, you know, like say this frequency. Yeah, that's true too. When I put that beam together over 25 years ago, I was still in my 30s. I did it in the backyard on a couple of sawhorses at night, and I just had a watt meter out there, and I set it for 865 because no, I set it for channel 1 because I talked on 23 a lot too. So I wanted to get somewhere down a little bit, but not all the way down. So I was using it on 23 and 865 and 925, 935. I got almost 30 years of use out of it, so it paid for itself 10 times over. So I don't have it don't owe me nothing. So there you go there. Gonna pass it on to the younger generation. A bunch of old CB carcasses around here. If you have any interest in parts or Catnap, we'll talk about it sometime. They're trying to declutter my garage.
I got you.
So how many watts are you running right now, Bob? You on low power?
Yeah, I would say about 150. I'm just running the 4 driver tubes, I think.
So 150 watts, and you're on the sonar, right?
I'm on the sonar. It puts out 4 watts.
Yeah, you pretty much go away when you run the 4 watts. And you're running no tuner.
No tuner in this. That's your 2.5 to 1 match. I can put a tuner in line, but that beam ran. Joe Gunn was always around 2.5 to 1.
I'm telling you, Bob. I was really disappointed that I left there the other day because of that match. I mean, it really had me down. And I was even down today thinking about it. I was out in the backyard working, and I'm thinking, all right, what's the next step to get Bob something else up there, because that match is not acceptable. But I'm going to tell you something, Bob. Right now, you sound as good as I've ever heard you.
Now, there you go. There's my high power. There's my 2.5 to 1 match, and I talked to Florida today, and I forget where else. Somewhere I talk out west somewhere, so it's good enough. And I can hear all around me. I'm not used to this. This is cool. It's real good to have a beam and a stick and a switch box. That's the perfect situation. Of course, some of the old timers, I got a super scanner. I don't think so. Oh, sorry if you guys like super scanners. They're good, but they don't make them anymore. But I have a brand new one in the box I sold for $220 to a guy that loves super scanners up there
up 206. I can't think of his handle. John, his name was John. Up 206 in a blueberry field.
Pegasus, what's your opinion of how he sounds?
Oh, he sounds real good. I got 7 pounds on him, and modulation's clean and reasonably loud.
Well, I've gone through a lot of old radios in my time. I mean, my first radio I bought at Lafayette was a tube set, so we always said, tubes are better, transistors get all the bleed over. But there's not that many people to bleed you now unless they're running 50 kilowatts down on channel 6 or something. Then they'll splatter over the fan. But this radio's got 13 tubes in it, including a new Vistor, so it's got a real good receive on it, and it's got pretty good audio. I'm running a Turner Plus 3. If I turn it up, my headphones will squeal. But that's all the way up. Turn it down a little bit. Start hearing the fan noise go away a little bit. It's about 1 o'clock.
You wouldn't sound good with it turned up anyway, to the point where your headphones squeal. You sound good right the way you got it set right now.
Well, it's on the mic's on the desk, and I'm reaching an arm's length to get to the mic.
Well, remember what you're doing, okay? Because that's what you... I know, next time we talk, you have some other thing you got with alligator clips or something, but you sound good.
Yeah, next Friday I'll be on a Royce with an echo mic. Royce has made some pretty good radios, though. They're good for a garage radio.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah, come on.
This is a Delta Echo mic, one of the first ones that came out with.
Those mics are great, especially if you don't use the echo or the beep. Those mics are... I got one here. It says Galaxy on it. I don't know if it will work. I don't know if it will work on this radio. It might have different wires in it. I might try that here. That's good. They are the most excellent sounding mics I think I ever came across. So I forget, that's a condenser or something. I can't remember, but they always sounded good on the Galaxy Saturn. Everybody had the triple beeps.
Oh, no. There's a guy talks on this frequency. He's out west somewhere, and he's got some kind of... Every time he unkeys, the whole, array of, beeps and bumps and whistles and bangs, and he's certainly an older gentleman. Every time I hear him, I cringe.
Well, Catnap can do that for you.
Uh-oh, what am I doing? Doing the noise toys? Pissing off the band.
One of them goes for a mile.
Pegasus, is Catnap's audio sounding good to you tonight?
Actually, not quite.
Uh-oh.
I actually thought you were on your mobile.
I'm not sounding good?
From the other channel or screwing him up, or he's got something. It almost sounds like he needs to tune his linear or something.
Audio.
Get now. Come back to me.
Yeah, am I not sounding good?
I think you're sounding better.
Broader? Is that bad or good, or you got me worried now?
I'm thinking that guy's coming in from channel 6 and screwing him up.
Nah, it sounds like he needs to tune it or something. Audio.
You usually hit me with about a 5. You're hitting me with about a 4.5.
How's this echo mic sound?
Sounds good.
Come on.
Texas. I'm off Route 50 right now. I got a whole truck full of plastic assholes. Okay, enough of that. I'm holding this on my chest and just leaning back in the chair.
I think that's good and clear. What do you think, Tom?
What's that, Mumble?
I said Bob sounds good and clear. What do you think?
Yeah, he sounds fantastic. You know, he won't be able to leave it alone, but he sounds fantastic.
Oh, thank you, Tom.
No.
I'll hook up the other mic.
Yeah, you sound good, Bob.
I'll save this mic for Friday night.
When you talk just like that, it sounds pretty darn good.
Yeah, I shut the echo off.
That sounded a little clearer, Catnap. What'd you do?
Switch boxes.
Yeah, that must be what it is.
Yeah, you do sound better.
Hey, Catnap.
Yes, sir.
I took that cover off the Phantom and I turned the load knob and I heard the scraping sound and I looked at it with a magnifying glass and I seen where it needed to be deburred. So I took a nail file and I filed it a little bit until I turned the knobs back and forth and I didn't hear no more scraping. Then I sprayed it with the opposite and I'm talking on it right now. Oh, it had a tube that kept flashing over in the driver's section. Every time I keyed up, a little purple spark was inside the tube. So I cleaned the socket, put the tube back in, the whole tube. Every time I lit it up, it looked like a lightning storm going on in there. So I stole one of the tubes out of my Maverick and put it in there. That's what I'm talking to you on now. So I got the Phantom working, and the Maverick has a blown fuse. But I'm not going to stick a fuse in there and try to fire it up because there's got to be a reason I blew a fuse. Probably over-modulated or talking too late. I turn my mic up a little bit. Man, these things do sound good.
Yeah, man, that Phantom sounds great. Yeah, it's always a bad day when you flash over a tube. Grids start flashing and shit. Looks cool, but it's scary as hell.
Yeah, so I didn't like the looks of that tube having a storm going on inside of it. So now it's a 24 LQ6 or 24 JE6, same thing. But it's only $10 a tube, so I bought one off eBay. It's in the mail. Brand new Motorola NOS, but they tested it. So I'm going to have, that's the reason Fixer, he took out all the 6 LQ6s and he rewired the filaments so you could use the 24 LQ6s. And I think the 6 LQ6s are about $50 to $75 a tube if you can even find them.
Yeah, the 6 LQs are, they are priced very proudly. The 24s are still relatively cheap and they're still kind of available. But, yeah, that's my project right now. I'm working on the 12 tube. I think I got a blocking cap that's going leaky. I think that's why I sound like shit.
Well, what are you on now? You did come up.
Right now I'm on the 10 tube Phantom. I was talking on the 12 tube to begin with, but I think that one needs a couple more, I got a couple more bugs in it.
Yeah, I got a radio off this guy called JD one time. It was all full of roaches. I threw it outside and sprayed it with Raid. Hey, Tom, does he sound better now?
Yes, much better, night and day.
That's good to know.
Agreed.
6JM6 will replace the 6LQ6.
That's right. Yeah, I've seen them. I don't know how I should took a picture of the bottom of this and sent it to you. You could see how they wire it to 24 volts instead of 6. I guess everything goes from he puts everything in the parallel instead of series, or vice versa with the filaments.
Excuse me, what color is that linear?
What?
What color is that linear?
What kind is it?
What color? Color.
It's a DNA Phantom.
Color, C-O-L-O-R, color.
Oh, around here they say Cowler. Okay, it's dark brown on the cabinet and tan light beige on the face.
Okay, that clears that up. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, my Maverick is hammer tone gray. I noticed that the Transformers in the Maverick have big metal covers on each side of the Transformers, and the Phantom, they just left everything out in the open there. Trying to be cheap, I think. I'd rather use the Maverick than the Phantom, because I had Mavericks back in the 70s and only could dream about a Phantom. I got a Mako 200, needs a little bit of work. I got a sonar works good. I got a Browning linear 180, it looks like it needs a little bit of work, and a Courier linear. That output tube is a 6146, which are easy to find. As you can see, Tom, I'm happy as you know what and you know what. So you guys wanted me out here more. Now I'm going to be out here all the time, man. With it talking like this, I feel good about myself here. I'm having fun. Hey, what's the score of the Phillies game, Darlene? 0-0. Shut up out there!
You shut the hell up.
You shut the hell up!
No!
Hey!
I'm gonna come smack you.
You know what I'll do?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, well then shut up!
You shut the hell up.
You shut the hell up!
Kiss my ass.
I'll be right there.
Beautiful.
Don't get old.
No, never does.
That's why Rat didn't get out there. He heard Darlene was going to be out there. He was scared.
Yeah, she was going to go down to his house. You see, I have a trailer in the backyard there. That's where I'm moving into. Then I'll let all the kids take over my house here.
Oh, you sound like Rat now.
That ain't gonna ever happen around here. I can't. I love my grandkids, but I love them when they go home.
Yeah, there is something to that.
That's the way it rolls. You know, everybody's a little different, and that's what makes the world go around. So it's all good. Let me get my frequency straightened out here. There we go. Right about there. I was on talking to number 1 today. He said put it right at 864.7 or 8 is 865 because my VFO's out of calibration a little bit or something.
Closer a second ago, Bob. You're a little to the left now.
That's to the left. That's 862. Is that too much?
Yeah, you're a little to the left, bump to the right. You're low. You're like 863.
Oh, I don't want. That's what it says. 862.9. All right, there's 865.0.
That's close enough. The government can work with it.
I was a government worker, and they're paying me every month to stay home. And man, I'm glad I took that job because I was a real idiot when I was 24 years old. I started working there and got an early retirement around 55 years old, and the rest of my life I don't give a crap about nothing. Work sucks.
You're holding class.
Even working at the radio station, I was thinking I'd rather be home talking on the CB than this stuff. It's that phone that never stops ringing. I'm on the phone more than I'm trying to figure out what song I gotta play. Then that Tom calls me when he's going to his son's house up there in Clayton or someplace there. Man, what a pain. No, I'm just kidding, Tom. I loved it when you called me.
Copy.
But I had anxiety, phone anxiety all my life. Especially when nobody had cell phones and they'd be on the CB. Hey, can you call give this person a phone call and tell them where I'm... I said, my phone ain't working. I would make phone calls. I don't even answer the phone around myself. You guys never call me on the phone. But if I'm at that radio station, the number calls 856-696-0092. That's the whatever I said. I always had a train wreck. You heard me have a train wreck, Tom? I played the train going off the track.
Yeah, pretty much the whole show.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's what it was. I said, how the hell did I get here? I don't know. It just because of Darlene knew Sally Starr. That's the reason I got my foot in the door. Because I always dreamed of being a DJ when I was a kid. Then around 1973, a friend of mine was DJ at WMBB in Millville when they played Top 40, like Goodbye Yellow Brick Road and Space Cowboy or whatever it was, the Joker. It was all Love Our Lost. Anyway, he was playing records on turntables and I said, what does it pay to start to do this? He said, everybody gets $2 an hour. I said, well, I'm working in a movie theater making $5 an hour. I'd rather do that, and I'm not going to $2 an hour. But when I left WVLT, we were making $15 an hour, and that's about what a person gets at McDonald's.
When I graduated high school, I was all set to go to York College of Pennsylvania, Y-O-R-K, York. And I was going to go into broadcasting and communication. I wanted to be a radio disc jockey. That's what I wanted to be. And I found out they were making minimum wage. I said, wait a minute, hold on. I'm not going to go to college to make minimum wage. I was working in construction. I was making a lot of money.
I know, Tom, you would have done good at that job. You probably would have advanced to like a big market with Philly or Chicago or LA or something, yeah, because of your talent. If I did it, you're 10 times more talented than I am. Just I'm a little goofy, so I play on my being a retard. Hey, I'm an idiot here as I'm having a train wreck. That works for me. You're professional. You could have went far with that, but you probably wouldn't be living around Tuckahoe or anything.
You got a great voice for radio, though. You really do. I listen to the local oldie stations during the day, and there's very few guys that have a radio voice that even compare. You really do have a good radio voice.
Okay, I hate my voice, but that's what Darlene said attracted me. She heard me on the CB when I was over there on Route 50, and she's in Millville, before she met me. I don't know. I was a stutterer, and I talked out on my nose, but when she was singing, she taught me how to sing from down below a little bit, and I guess it worked on my voice. And then I listened to guys on the radio while I was delivering mail all day, and you say New Jersey, and New Jersey. I mean, you had to enunciate, like Walter, not Wooder. I had to practice that, getting rid of the South Jersey accent. That's what I had to do. Pronounce my T's and everything, which we usually skip. Like the way the South Jersey says Walt Whitman, like the Walt Whitman Bridge, it's Wall Women. Go up to the Wall Men, use the Wall Women, Jewy, that kind of stuff.
Bob, you did that double key thing again.
I went off. Hello. I can't feel my fingers. I've got neuropathy in them.
No, Bob, double key means you're all done talking, you unkey, and then you key back up and you start talking again, and when everybody else starts talking because they think you're done.
I'm going to put the Roger beep on, then you know when I'm done.
I said, then instead of going to college at York, Pennsylvania, I went to Atlantic Community College, and I said I went past your house every day.
I remember I used to see you in the maroon truck with the white whip sticking out.
Yep.
So I had my 55 Chevys. I had all kinds of old cars in my yard. I said, I need that garage, but I finally got the garage when I'm here, and guess what? I came and fit a bicycle, and I got to get all that stuff out of there. It's all good. The Sonar FS-23, 13-tube radio. I got a bunch. This one used to be Jeepsters.
Oh, there's 13 tubes in it?
Yes, it does. A Comstat has 11 tubes. And so the 40 channel tube sets only have 9 tubes, but this has got 13 tubes in it. My Tram Titan 2's got 15 tubes. That's got double sideband. It's probably got extra tube for sideband or something.
Does that dim your lights when you turn it on?
Now, I got all new electric here back around 20 years ago. Electrician friends of mine, and they had a permit. They gave me 200 amp service. I used to have knob and tube wiring around here, and every time I key up, I'd blow a fuse.
Copy.
Yeah, even my garage, you don't see no electric wires. They're under the ground, and they come up out of the ground before we put the cement pad in front of it. They did everything right.
Got me curious, Bob. That electronics has got 14 tubes in it.
You can use make clank on and off.
Okay, you double catnap with Tom there. What'd you say, Tom? And I'll go to catnap.
Oh, let Catnap go. If he took me out, then he deserves to go first.
Sorry, Tom.
Hey, the rules of the jungle. Man, you're cool. Okay, go ahead there, Catnap. Something about my noise I make on the microphone switch.
No. You got me curious when you were talking about how many tubes that radio you're working on. Silky, Silky's got 14 in it. You got me curious. Sorry, Tom.
Hey, Tom said no harm, no foul. At least I'm thinking that's what he's thinking. Anyway, Catnap, I'm counting a new Vista tube. It looks like a little thimble inside there. That's actually a vacuum tube, a little metal tube. It's a little round thing. It looks like like a little thimble.
Yeah, they got a weird pinout.
Yes, they do. But my tube tester, I can test them on it. I've had problems with my Browning, and they go out that you lose your receive pretty much.
Hey, Catnap.
Yes, sir.
Them Siltronics are junk.
Hey, well, you just gotta know how to talk to them.
Okay, I've had a few of them. I think they're like pretty cool looking and everything, but man, there's never been a radio made that drifts more than those things.
Well, you're right. When they were made, yes. But there's a couple of modern parts that you can change in there to make them relatively stable. The problem is that they're easily overdriven. That's why sometimes you'll hear somebody talking and it sounds like their head's in a fishbowl, or they're talking on sideband. It's overdriven. The key to them is you got to drive them with an amp. That's how you make them come alive.
Well, when you get a good one of those, like I said, the Panametrics guy keep telling the guy, hey, you're drifting again. They got incredible audio, but they drift and they drive you nuts to run the thing. You know, I don't know why anybody would want to deal with that. But, like, they've got some of the best audio you ever heard. That and, like, the FT101 Yaesu, in my opinion, is like, that's the audio king.
Oh yeah, you're right on that one. When I restored this one, the one thing that I did not like, I fixed the drifting issue because that drove me absolutely fucking bonkers. But they're narrow banded. So if you're talking even just a little bit off frequency, you're tuning people in like sideband all freaking day long.
Yeah, but are you running? I knew you owned them. I didn't know you actually used them. Are you using them on AM or sideband?
Both, yeah.
Okay, because I've never really been a sidebander. I know a lot of guys claim that they can do pretty well with those on sideband.
Oh yeah, I mean they come alive. I mean all them ham-ish type radios, they were meant for sideband. But I mean the problem is everybody wants that swing, all that full power, and for AM you just can't get that same kind of power. And when you start turning shit up, that's when things start getting foggy.
What are you getting out of them? Close to 50 watts?
The Silky? No, I'm getting that. It's got a brand new 8950 tube in it. I get about 120. I back it down and I got it paired up with my Ameritron. And when I use it, I mean I'm getting about 600 watts roughly.
Do you talk to us using that?
I talk to what?
Do you talk to us using that? Do you use it on this frequency?
Well, I tried for a little while, but not everybody out here is right dead on frequency, and, you know, it's going back and forth and shit, because it sounds like you're on sideband. Like, when if somebody comes in just a little bit off to left or right, they sound like they're on sideband.
Yeah, there you go. That's kind of what's wrong with them stupid things. Yeah, but they're one of the coolest radios, but they belong on the shelf, you know what I mean? Like, put a blue light on it or something, like with some kind of plaque underneath it, you know, and just leave it on the shelf.
That's where I got my, right in the middle, you know, where I got all my radios were on one shelf, but I made a frequency counter for it, too. And, that's a pretty much need, too, with that, too, because, you know, you never know where the hell you are.
And I think they had a receive with
Did it again.
wider filters on them. That's the thing. I'd like to remember that you said the Yaesu 101. I had one, and I couldn't understand anybody because I didn't have an AM filter. Man, I don't know. They make an AM filter. They make an AM filter for those things there, catnap. Come on.
For the Filtronics?
Yeah.
No. The problem with how it derives your AM signal, it does something. It uses the upper sideband, and it goes through some kind of, what the hell is it called? Crystal lattice filter or something, and there's a narrow window that you get about, I think it's like 3.5 or 4 kc spread bandwidth.
Okay, and a CB is usually about 6 kcs.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Yaesu, I got that. I can widen it all the way out to 15, but I think it's just on receive. But you can do a modification to make your audio that wide, and pisses everybody off because you're not bleeding. You're interfering. I just double keyed, Tom.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
And I think my finger slips off, and everybody starts talking, and I just key up again. I'm an idiot.
You and Catnap hold the record tonight. You just had like a 20-minute double.
Oh, okay, I didn't even know it.
What gets me is when I get long-winded, this radio's got a talk-out timer, and it'll cut my damn lips off after 60 seconds.
Nice.
Shit!
That was longer than 60 seconds, wasn't it, Pegasus?
Sure was.
I'm batting 1,000 tonight.
I went back down to low power. Everybody still hear me?
What'd you say?
I know, but I had it on high power. I forgot to turn it back down.
You're actually easier to listen to the way you got it right now. If it was busy out here, or there was DX or whatever, you're going to be up, but you're plenty loud and sounding, smoother with the low power.
I'm going to keep it on the low power, or just run that kind of wattage, whatever I run around here. A little sonar linear probably work good enough. Try that just up on the shelf there. It does sort of matches the radio, but it's blue color.
Yeah, you went from a 7 down to 6 there, Bob.
Okay, good enough, but made my electric bill. My meter out on the side of my house is spinning a little slower now, I guess. I don't think they even check your electric meters. They just look at the computer now, don't they?
I think so.
They used to do that with my propane tank. I put this privacy fence on the one side of my house, and I had to move it back because I had to leave the electric meter exposed. Now I could have an extra 2 feet of backyard, but I'm just going to close it off if they don't come look at it no more.
Well, at least you could say, it was a good thing that they went digital, because it was a nightmare when it was analog, and they'd always misread the numbers, and always added $200 to your bill.
Yeah, because they could, but they're going to get a lot of competition from solar power in the future. At least they are from me, because I want to go completely off the grid here eventually.
Well, you've already went off your rocker.
Yeah, I did that. I went postal for about the 10th time. Here, want to hear me for it?
Oh, thanks for that.
Yeah, it's real out here.
Darlene, come on, man.
I bought a container of Beano's out in the kitchen there because I've been farting a lot the last year, so I can't stop farting.
TMI.
Well, I was pretty careful the other day, so I was very discreet. Nobody heard me rip one, even though I was ripping them one after another. Alright, 3 Mile Island.
Hey, Tom,
Yeah, 3 Mile Island. Go ahead, please.
where are you? Are you in the house or in the shop?
No, I'm in the house.
Oh, okay.
Afraid to ask why, so I'll leave it go.
Yeah, we'll just let it go.
I like to let it go.
Who's out there?
Monkey brain?
Monkey Brain. Detroit. You got the home of the Lions.
Motor City.
.460 in the Magnolia, 30-30 in the Garden. Alright, Monkey Brain, don't go anywhere. A couple of these other guys want to wave at you.
Hey, Monkey brain 602 near Atlantic City. Roger? You must have a better copy than I do, Tom.
This one that time. Go ahead, Monkey Brain. Come on back. He said he's 460 in the Magnolia and he's waving.
Yep, I thought he said 427.
460 Magnolia.
They call me 469 because I'm not against it. How about Magnolia? I got a copy on Crazy Bob, New Jersey. 427 or wherever you were, 460. My name is Crazy Bob in the Garden. Alright, thank you for the contact there. God bless you. Okay, Tommy, I talked to him on a stick. I'm real happy now.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, I flipped that high power on.
We noticed.
Hey, Monkey Brain, you made Crazy Bob real happy. He just put a new antenna up there, and now he made a DX contact, so he's real happy. All right, my friend. You take care of yourself. Thank you for the holler out here. We're usually out here in 7:30 to 9:30, 10 o'clock there in the evening, so right here on this frequency every night. You take care of Mr. Monkey Brains, 30-30, right here in Atlantic City, 73s, my friend. Bump up.
I'm going to wave the hand. You guys have a good night.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there, Mumbles, unfortunately. Kind of fading here a little bit. So let me pass it on with the Mumbles as well. Mumbles, good night. Eddie, good night. Bobby, good night. David, good night. If I missed anyone, I'm truly sorry. 73s, man. God bless. Catch you tomorrow night.
We're going there, Tom.
Have a good one, Tom. Ed, Threes. Who else we have out there? I forget. I guess this. Oh, Bob. Good to hear from you, my friend. 73s to you.
Take it easy there. Pegasus, take it easy there, Mumbles.
Yeah, good night, Mumbles, Tom, and Pegasus, and anyone else. If it clears out of here, I'm going to go up to Channel 13, talk to number 1 if he's in there, and then I'm going to get out of here, too. The Phillies game is still 0-0 in the 6th inning.
Have a good one.